touch me.
I'm sure that you'll be tempted, though, by some of the game talk a little bit later. Yes. Get the outline up, and then we'll get started. Hello and welcome. What?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. It wasn't. It really wasn't important. Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Just say it. Now we're stopped.
No, I don't want to.
The damage is done.
You'll never get me to do it.
All right then. Hello and welcome to season 26, episode 1 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello. I am exhausted. My youngest had a volleyball tournament in Prince Edward Island this weekend, and we just drove back today. Oh, I didn't realize how tired I was till I got in the door. It's only about a 3-hour drive. But we, got up early and checked out of the hotel, and she had one more game to play. They came second in the round robin, which was great.
Oh, nice.
And so they played in the semifinal game today, and unfortunately they didn't make it through. And we had a snowstorm coming through, which is happening right now. So it's like, all right, jump in the car and let's go. And so yeah, 3.5-hour drive, and I was good, and then I got in the door and I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired.
Yes.
So yeah.
Driving takes it out of you. And was the weather getting bad there?
It was getting bad but the last 20 minutes of the drive, it was good. I was like coming south, right? Like, and the weather comes from the south here usually. So yeah, it wasn't until like the last 20 minutes that we started running into snow, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
But because we've talked about how all three of us use CPAPs.
Yes.
And so that was last night. I don't know what it was. Like I've been using it for like over a year now, and I'm fine with it. And I don't know what it was. Like I've got a cold, and so I was a little stuffy. Yeah, and so like
I can't use it when you got a cold.
Well, that's just I have used it before, but there was just something about last night. Like I felt claustrophobic. Like
really?
I was almost panicking. I couldn't. Like I find when I first put it on, I know this is fantastic video game talk. I find when I first put it on in the evening that I breathe really deep, and I feel like I need to sort of calm myself down a little bit. And normally I can, but I just couldn't like regulate last night at all. So I didn't wear it, and ever since I've got that thing, I sleep. Like when I go to sleep, I fall right to sleep, and then I wake up in like the same position I was in when I fall asleep.
Yeah,
which never used to happen. And so last night is the first time in probably like a year and a half that I've slept without that thing on. And man, I was up every like 10 minutes. I was waking myself up, rolling around, and Izzy was complaining that I was snoring, which I don't do anymore. So it was like, I think that's what was waking me up. And anyway, I just had a terrible sleep. So it's just been a long day. Yeah.
Well, I feel for you. Welcome everybody to the Old Man Cast.
Yeah, right.
Two old men talk about
CPAPs. Sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea. Yeah, I'm right with you. Like if I don't have it, I sleep horribly. Like it's just I much prefer sleeping with that thing than without it. So
yeah.
It's great. So, anybody who has problems with sleep, definitely get a sleep study, look into it.
Yeah.
Because it'll change your life. It's changed my life. I sleep a whole lot better.
Sleep like a baby using that thing.
Yep. It's true. I mean, speaking of fun health things and getting older, I've apparently got cataracts in both my eyes. So I went to the eye doctor and thinking like, man, whatever my prescription was, it sucks now because like my left eye especially is just bad. And so it's affected playing video games to the point where I don't play on the TV anymore. I only play handheld because I
wow.
can actually like see text and stuff.
It must be fun to drive that way.
Yes, it is very fun to drive. I can still see, but I mean, if I have to like read text, small text, forget about it on the television. But yeah, so apparently I have cataracts in both eyes. So I need to go in for surgery for that.
I was going to say that's surgery.
It is, yeah. So I'm waiting for the referral to call me so that I can schedule that. Yeah.
And that's all that happened this week in video games.
And that's all that happened. No, I also got a vasectomy right after our 1000th episode. I thought I would celebrate by doing a little snip snip. It was the morning after our 1000th episode. It's like went into that directly, but it went fine. It went fine. Didn't even have to use the ice. They gave me like an ice pack with the doctor's name on it and the place's name on it. Everything, didn't even have to use it.
Oh god.
And
CJ's just all dead down there, so there was no feeling.
All dead down there, exactly. And the fun thing was they gave me like a little bag, little like lunch bag with like a goodie bag with stuff. Because you have to retest. You have to send them a sample and they can test to see if it worked or not. Or if your body healed itself in like 12 weeks. And in there, they included like little candies, like little chocolates, but they were like these blue balls.
That's like at least they have a sense of humor about it.
That's like something they do. They include the these little chocolate treats in the blue wrappers.
Oh my god,
I forget the name. It's a specific type of treat. I forget what the name is, but let me look on my phone because I took a picture of it, of course, because I thought it was hilarious. And the Lindor, they're Lindor chocolates. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the. I'll just put it up on the screen here. You can see the blue balls.
I'm sure they love being associated with vasectomies.
Who? Oh, the Lindor company?
Yeah.
They don't even know. But yeah, so that was part of it. And then I just had an MRI too.
Jesus, man.
This is like I'm doing all the health things.
I was only gone for a couple of days.
I know. So I did that on Friday because I have some hearing loss in my right ear. And the ear, nose, and throat guy was like, well, like we don't really have an explanation for why this could have happened. Like, let's make sure that nothing inside is wrong. So
nothing inside is wrong then?
Oh, well, I won't know for another couple of days. But yeah, we'll see.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, it is as loud and claustrophobic an experience as you've heard.
Yeah, I've never had to do it, and I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
I went in there and was like, "Yeah, this will be fine." Oh my god!
Yeah,
they give you a little like thing, like if you have a panic attack or something, like stop.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. But like everything is like there's all these like loud noises and beeps and alarm noises. It's just very off-putting. And then they asked me what type of music I'd like through the headphones because they gave you headphones too. I was like, oh, classical. Turns out classical music doesn't drown out the sound.
Well, no.
MRI machine.
I would wonder if any music would drown out the sound of an MRI machine when you're in it.
It's not going to. It's not going to.
It's pretty loud.
No. Yeah, it is. Red Sun Gamer says it accurately. It's like your head is stuck in a dot matrix printer for 40 minutes. It exactly does feel like that. Yeah, it's very strange. Anyway,
getting old sucks.
We're getting old though. We're doing it, not with grace.
Yep.
Not gracefully. But you may have noticed, dear listener, that Phil Theobald is not with us this week.
Speaking of old,
he is on vacation at the moment, and if you follow him on Blue Sky, Whimsical Phil on Blue Sky, you may be treated to some of the things that he's doing while he's in Japan. So he is nerding it up in Japan, and we wish him well. We hope he's having fun nerding it up. But we are still here, and we are going to talk about some video game stuff.
Let's do it.
And I want to start with this. It is some Virtual Boy news that we got this week from Nintendo, because
I forgot that was so close.
The availability is February 17th. So all of us have ordered our big plastic doohickeys for the Virtual Boy, but they announced the initial games that are going to be available for it. And one of the cool things is, I think is cool anyway, we're getting 2 games that were completed back in the 90s but not released.
I still am like flabbergasted that Nintendo is suddenly just admitting the Virtual Boy existed.
Yeah,
it just seemed like they, it never got mentioned. It never ever appeared in any sort of historical things for Nintendo, because it was a massive failure. But it's just, wow, they're just going in all in on it here for the
they're going
NSO,
all in on
great.
It. Yeah.
I'm curious though, have they shown, because yes, we all ordered our Virtual Boy shells.
Yes.
Have they shown how that's actually going to work? Like, is it going to be the same thing with like the Labo thing where you just hold the Switch 2 up here did you get the plastic one or the cardboard one? I got the plastic one.
Okay. Well, yeah, it sits on those legs and sits on a table,
it comes
right?
with, I didn't realize it came with the legs.
It comes with the legs, yeah.
Okay.
So you put take off, well, I don't know if you take off or you fold back the eyepiece and then put the Switch 2 screen inside and then close it back up for this. And I believe you can't play these games outside of the accessory.
Well, I said that a couple weeks ago, but I am curious to see how it works, because it would be easy to make them 2D. They would just have to only show one of the 2 images, right?
But in a game like Red Alarm, which was on the video here a second ago, like imagine playing that in 2D, like where the lines or the graphics, like it'd be very hard to judge distance.
Well, that's what I'm getting at is because, and the only reason I ever even was thinking about this back when they announced it is because, of course, Jeremy Parrish went through every Virtual Boy game in his series years ago, and the way he did it was that he had a Virtual Boy that he had modded with a capture device, but it only captured, because it's in 2D. So when it presented it, he was only showing one of the screens. So everything was skewed for whatever side, whatever eye that was meant to be showing. Right. So actually, like the video you're showing here is the pinball table. You can kind of see is skewed on that video that you were just showing. So, they could do that, but it's not going to be the best. I don't know. We're probably overthinking it. Even in 3D Virtual Boy, a lot of the Virtual Boy games were not very good, but I don't know. It's not going to look right. So I am curious to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, me too. Of course, being an NSO, like Nintendo Classics thing, you get the usual features like rewind and save states. They have a bunch of games scheduled to come out later this year as well. And then we're getting 2 games, Dragon Hopper, which is called D Hopper now because I think Dragon Hopper is trademarked, and Zero Racers, which is actually an F-Zero game.
Yay!
So we have a Virtual Boy F-Zero game and Dragon Hopper, which is an Intelligent Systems platformer for the Virtual Boy that never came out. So very interesting idea here. And one other thing that we're seeing on the screen
color. That's funny.
Here you can change the color of the screen from the red to any color that you want.
That's pretty great because one of the things is that the red in the Virtual Boy it's a pretty dark shade of red.
Yeah.
So I've always found that like the contrast just isn't there. Right. So being able to change those colors out, just like the video you're showing there, I think they changed it to white or yellow there at the end. And it's like that really brightens everything up. So should make it a little easier to play. I don't know. I can't believe we're even talking so much about Virtual Boy
in 2026.
But I am excited. Yeah, I am excited. I mean, I'm sure I'll be over it in like 10 minutes, but
I'm sure I will too. I mean, with the original Virtual Boy playing Red Alarm, the name of it, right? It's not Red Alert. That's a different game. Red Alarm like gave me a headache.
Oh yeah,
like Virtual Boy games gave me a headache back then. Yeah. So am I going to want to play for very long in 2026? I'm not sure.
You know, it's funny because when the Virtual Boy came out, I was working at a store called Microplay, which was sales and rentals, video game sales and rentals. And I remember, I mean, it was Nintendo. The thing looked weird and it was expensive.
Yeah.
But it was Nintendo. So it's like, well, we got to get some in for sale and we got to get some in for rent. And there was one guy in our store who had pre-ordered the thing and with all the games. So the day it came out, he came in and bought it. And every time he would come in after that, he would talk about how great it was. He loved that thing. We did not sell one other unit the whole time I was there. And we had a couple for rent, and more often than not, they would be returned and they would just say like, I couldn't play it for very long. And we had a demo unit up. So I was the same way. The other thing too, is like, not only was it hard on your eyes, but the feet on the thing aren't very tall. Right. So like you couldn't sit in a natural position. You had to like be hunched down. And so if you played for more than like 10 minutes, even with a young back, it got uncomfortable. Right. Now I'm sure it's going to be terrible for us oldsters, but
you know what you do? You just do it on your standing desk and just adjust the height of the standing desk.
Yeah, exactly. So we have other options here. Yeah. But anyway, I'm weirdly excited about this. So
February 17th. Another cool thing happening very soon. The Disney Afternoon Collection is coming to the Switch and Switch 2 with 2 extra games, Super Nintendo games, that were previously not part of the package. So that it now includes Goof Troop and Bonkers.
Goof Troop's supposed to be pretty good, right?
The Super Nintendo. Yeah, and I believe it's a co-op game, right?
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah. And it's a Shinji Mikami game.
I didn't know that
as well. So if you want to see the influence of the Resident Evil director, then just check out Goof Troop.
Resident Evil 0-1.
Yeah, it comes out February 26th. These are up on the eShop for Switch and Switch 2 now, and of course it includes the included games are
DuckTales 2, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Tailspin,
and Darkwing Duck.
And Darkwing Duck. Yeah. Did that from memory.
Nice.
Because I remember that that never came out on Switch. I thought it had come out on Switch.
It came out on Wii U, I believe.
Oh, that's how old it is. Okay.
Or no, actually, no. It didn't come out for Wii U.
It came out on PlayStation.
It came out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Right. I have it on Steam.
Yeah. But it never came to the Switch.
It's cool that it's coming out, and it's cool that they're expanding it. I would love to see them go even further. Like, because, I mean, Sega did a bunch of Disney games. On the Genesis, and some of them were real good. And I mean, Disney Afternoon Collection, so like not even based on the movies, but like they did, there were some TV show related games on the Genesis as well. It'd be nice to. I mean, Goof Troop's based on a movie, right? Or was there a show?
No, there's a show.
Was there a show? Okay, but I mean, right? The Goofy movie was the other. Goof Troop was the show. Okay, I never watched it. I never saw it.
I never watched it either. I was just probably out of the age range for that.
Right. But yeah,
even though I watched Batman the Animated Series at
but that was just cool
time. But yeah, exactly. So there you go on that. Walmart has leaked an image, or an image has appeared on Walmart's website with NSO expansion pack games for GameCube, and the image includes 2 games that aren't actually on NSO yet. Metroid Prime 2 and Pikmin 2.
Didn't Nintendo already come out and say this wasn't real?
They did come out and say that it's not real, but does that mean that it's not happening?
Does it mean it's not real? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're not
Fair.
available now on the service, but does this mean that this image that appeared on Walmart's website isn't somehow real? And also, I can't imagine that Walmart would have gotten this image from anybody but Nintendo directly, because it has all of the
it's
legal
not
lines.
like they would randomly find these 2 box images and put them on there.
No.
Yeah.
So maybe those things are coming soon. Who knows?
Cool.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Let's talk about Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. Did you happen to watch the direct?
I did not, and I've never been a Tomodachi Life person.
Okay, well then let's just skip.
Yeah, sorry. I
entirely
nothing. I got nothing for this series.
I mean, I played it on 3DS. Like I always thought it was interesting, as a sort of gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like a game that I want to go back to, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced that this is going to have enough for me personally to really like revel in the absurdity or comedy of it. Like that's just not really how I play games anymore.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like I remember when this, because it first came out on the 3DS, was it, or the DS?
Yeah, 3DS.
3DS, and I remember. I think I own it on the 3DS.
I do too,
because I don't know what I expected it to be. Kind of Animal Crossing ish, I think, is where I expected it to go.
Yeah,
but ultimately, like the Nintendo videos of the game were way more entertaining than the game itself.
Yeah.
And so I kind of played it for not very long, and then it's like, this is not for me. I put it down, and I can't believe it's still going, to be honest. But here we are, Tomodachi Life.
Well, it's been 10 plus years since we had Tomodachi Life come out, but yeah, I mean, it looks more advanced than the previous games. I just don't know. I already have a backlog of things to play. Like I just don't know how this fits into that. But it looks fine for people who are going to enjoy it. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. And we got news, of course, that Nintendo is going to limit image sharing. So you can take screenshots on the Switch too, but it won't automatically upload them to your phone, and you can't share them to social media, which I guess is to protect people from using them for like shit posting or like putting famous people in absurd situations or something like that. I mean, who
does that?
Well, the internet does that. It's the thing. And so it's definitely going to happen whether Nintendo prohibits the sharing of images or not. It's going to happen.
I guess they're just trying to put a little bit of friction there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I put this in the category of we can't have nice things because
I was going to say we can't have
a few
nice
people
things
who are going to ruin it.
Yeah.
But oh well. Let's see what else we got. Dispatch on the Switch. You hear about this? It's censored. Well,
Game's
not
filthy.
censored in that if you play the game on the Switch, you only have access to the censored version. You don't have the uncensored option.
Yeah, so I saw this, and I saw the sort of the explanation from it's Ad Hoc Studios, right? I think is the name of the studio. The explanation from them, which is like, different systems or different system manufacturers have different sort of standards that they have to meet, which is fine. That makes sense. But I
Sure.
mean, aren't there like panty raid games on the Switch eShop? Like,
I know.
I don't. It just seems
Yeah.
weird to me that that's still Nintendo's stance when their eShop. It feels like it's overrun with garbage that's more offensive. But
It does, but I think a lot of those games have very sort of titillating titles, but aren't
not so
actually
much.
not
Yeah.
filled with titillating
Yeah.
images, or not to the extent as you might think.
I loved the example in that story that you linked, because there's a point in the game where one of the characters is wearing like an evening dress and
Blonde
asking
Blazer.
Blonde Blazer is wearing an evening dress and asking the main character, like, does it look good? And she's got a bit of a it's a nip
Nip
slip
slip.
basically happening, but you can just see sort of, just a little bit. And that's actually one of the choices you can make. Like, you either ignore it or tell her about it. But now with the censorship, it's got a big black bar over her chest. So it actually
Yeah.
could make it seem like way more, I don't know, like she's way more exposed than she actually is in the game. So,
Right.
anyway,
Right. Yeah, I mean,
whatever. It's still a really good game. I mean, I don't think you're going to lose a whole lot. And like you said previously,
no,
like, it actually adds a bit of a comedy element to
it
some
does.
scenes. And
Yeah.
a lot of the nudity in that game, except for like I can only think of one scene where it's not played for comedy anyway, where the nudity is not
No,
played
it's
for comedy.
entirely played for comedy.
Yeah. So I mean, the only scene I can think of where it isn't is Electrigal or whatever her name is, Invisigal, her dream. Like, that's not really
Right.
played for comedy. That's played pretty straight.
No. Yeah.
But every other time there's nudity in that game, it's a joke.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't think it's being censored is that bad.
No, and apparently Ad Hoc is working with Nintendo to try to come up with options on how they can get an uncensored version out there.
Hmm.
And I guess part of the reason is that uh, on the eShop, games are basically like one executable for all regions. And so when it came to the Japan region, like, I don't think you can release a game that has a certain Sero rating. That's the ratings board in Japan. You can't release it on the eShop if it has a certain rating.
Ah, okay.
And because it was just one binary for the entire world,
Right.
they decided to censor it instead of separating it out, which Cyberpunk 2077 is released on the eShop in Japan without that is censored in Japan.
I mean,
But because
Cyberpunk had full nudity and like the character creator.
yeah, it's a region specific binary basically.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why they didn't take care of this beforehand. Like, you probably could have expected the backlash
Yeah.
uh from this, but maybe the whole thing came in really super hot or something like that, where they were finishing it up and for the
I
release
mean,
date like the last minute, which happens with so many games. I mean, what
yeah.
game I haven't been involved with a game
I
where
was
things
just gonna
haven't
say.
come in
I was just gonna
super
say,
hot.
like, it is a
So
modern video game. I mean, that seems to be what releasing a a game in 2026 is all about. So,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. All right. Apparently PlayStation 6 is a long way off, according to analysts. And the reason why I put this on the outline was just to kind of talk about how we're feeling with the current generation, because right now PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series came out in 2020. So that's more
Wow.
than 5 years ago at this point. And this would be historically, this you'd consider this like the latter half or the like winding down of a
Yeah.
generation. But in this case, I actually feel like the PS5 and Xbox Series generations are kind of it feels like they're almost just starting, or that a generational leap doesn't really feel like it's needed at this moment. Like, I feel like I'm getting what
Yeah.
I want out of games for this current gen.
I
right
feel
now.
like the generational delineations aren't as obvious anymore.
Yeah,
That's not to say that the new generation of consoles didn't bring something to the table. I mean, PS5 games look great.
they do.
So I think the lighting especially has gotten a lot better over the years. But um, it's not. I mean, the old days, yeah, you had like a 5-year life cycle, but you didn't have iterative versions of the consoles.
Right.
Usually, like you still had iterations, but they were like the cheaper. They were just the smaller, cheaper versions of the hardware. They didn't bring new um, specs to the table at all. But I mean,
Mhm.
now we've been doing that for the last 2 generations where, a
Yeah.
few years in or a couple years in, you get like the PlayStation 5 Pro. And so that alone, I think, has made the delineation a little bit more fuzzy. And then on top of that, I still think back to when the PS5 and the Series X were released, almost every game that was coming out was still compatible with the previous generation.
Right.
On
Yeah.
purpose, right? Like, I'm even thinking of
On purpose.
big first party releases like Gran Turismo 7,
Hmm.
you could buy on the PlayStation 4.
Hmm.
Like, so you didn't have that, like, here's the shiny new console, you have to have the shiny new console in order to play all the newest games. They were actually going out of their way to make sure that they were cross compatible. So it feels like that made this generation feel like it was kind of a false start for the first year or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like
So it's
when you're
going to go
saying
on
that.
longer than expected. Not surprised
Not
by
surprised
that
at
at
all.
all.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I mean, I always wonder about that because I'm trying to think, like, is that the reason that it doesn't feel like these systems have been out that long, or is it just because I'm getting old and time's compressing so much that it doesn't feel like the systems have been out that long? Like, seriously, right?
Mhm.
I'm always, when you said that it had been out for like 6 years now, that was actually a bit surprising to me. Although I think about it, and yeah, of course it has been.
Yeah.
But
I
but
mean, we've already had a PS5 Pro that came
yeah,
out when a couple years ago at this point.
yeah,
So like that's not even new
yeah,
at this point.
exactly.
And I don't even know if this is the midpoint of this generation or what. And not only is I think a generational leap in graphics not necessary at this time, like the prices on the current
That's the
consoles are
problem.
actually going up
Yeah.
and not down.
And that's the
So
thing, like, I can't imagine releasing a new, more expensive console right now, like,
no.
because I I mean, I don't know, I've been wrong about this pretty much entirely. I keep thinking that we're approaching that point where people are just not gonna be down. It's gonna be that tipping point where people are gonna be like, "Nope, I'm not in anymore." And I feel
Right.
like, once we start approaching, like, $1,000 US,
Mm,
that seems like it should be the moment where a lot of people are gonna be, like, just snoping out of it.
right.
So, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
Who knows? I mean, maybe consoles and PC will just have to do the thing where, of consoles of old, console generations of old, where games like were optimized to the very metal of of the
Mm.
console, and they
Well,
pulled
that used to be
tricks
it,
out of
right?
their asses that you wouldn't expect them to be able to do,
Yeah,
um, because they had to run on old hardware, right? They found ways to do new and unique and interesting things visually
yeah,
with the processing power that they had, just because that's what everyone
yeah.
has. And if it has to last for a couple more years, I'm certainly okay with that.
Mm.
Uh, there's a
Um,
rumor that we're getting a new PlayStation Portal that's OLED compatible, with an
Interesting.
OLED screen. I find that super interesting. Like, yes, give me a new model of PlayStation Portal that has an OLED screen that's even larger than the screen the current one has, and I'm right there. I'm with it. I'm
Yeah,
down.
you'd be all over that,
I would be all over it because I'm playing a lot on the PS Portal.
especially with your old man eyes.
Yeah, well, especially with my old man eyes. Yes, increase the text size in all of those games as far as it'll go. What I'm saying.
Mhm.
All right. So there was an Xbox Developer Direct.
Yes,
Did you watch it?
I did not, although I've looked at some of the trailers.
You did not. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, some interesting things here. They highlighted 4 games, 3
Mhm.
of which they had announced before. So Fable, Beast of Reincarnation, and Forza Horizon 6.
So I mean I've seen the Fable and the Forza trailers.
Yeah.
What's the Beast of Reincarnation all about?
Beast of Reincarnation. So this is a game from game developer Game Freak. You may know them
Okay.
from the Pokemon series.
Mhm.
They are doing a game. It kind of looks like it could be a Souls-like / Monster Hunter type of game where you are a sort of female. I don't want to say ninja, but that's
But you
maybe the
wanna say ninja?
closest thing to it.
Okay.
Yeah, with a dog companion, and you go and
So it's
fight.
Shinobi.
Yeah, you go and fight huge monsters. So yeah,
Okay.
it looks really interesting. Yeah,
Okay.
this comes out in the summer, and I'm pretty excited about it. I do have this in my fantasy critic draft, so I'm hoping it does well. I think it'll do well. But yeah, this is I think it's a Kepler interactive game, if I'm thinking right. Maybe not Kepler, maybe it's somebody else. But or no, it's I'm sorry. I think it's Fictions. This was previously Private Division was publishing this.
Okay.
Yeah. But now that transferred over. Yes, it's Fictions. Sorry. Because they took over a lot of Private Division's stuff. So this has been in development for a couple of years, and Game Freak is doing it, and it looks awesome. And I'm very excited.
Sweet.
The other game that was like a surprise was from Double Fine. They're doing a multiplayer game called Kiln, where you make pottery and then you fight other players to kind of put out a flame by carrying water in your particular ceramic vehicle and
Okay.
dousing it. So looks really interesting. This is a game that came out of their Amnesia Fortnite game
Right.
jam that
Yeah.
they do. This actually, I think, was a 2017 Amnesia Fortnite game
Oh, wow.
that is being resurrected. So, and this is coming to all platforms, not just Xbox. Actually, everything that was in the developer direct is coming to all platforms, not just.
Yeah. I think Xbox as a
Xbox.
hardware is pretty much dead now.
I mean, what was their
As a hardware brand, I should say.
yearly report or their yearly earnings? They said hardware was down like 35%.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Like,
it's effectively dead.
I think that's done
Yeah.
in terms of hardware. But yeah, bringing everything out on multiple platforms at once sounds great, and I'm very interested in Kiln. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and it comes out on all platforms, so might be down with that. And then they showed off a whole bunch of Fable as
Yeah,
well.
I'm interested in Fable. I don't this is Fable 4?
I think so. Yes,
Yeah.
Fable 4.
I didn't really play I enjoyed the first game. I really liked Fable 2 a lot.
Yeah.
Never really played 3.
No.
But I like the worlds, like the world they've built in the Fable games previously. I generally like the look of it. I like the look of the world more than the characters, but I still just sort of like the way these games look. So I'm interested in this, and I mean, it's going to be on Game Pass, so I'll definitely give it a shot. Is Playground doing this?
Playground is doing this as well. Yeah,
I'm really curious about that because I mean, Playground started as a racing studio.
they did. Yes.
Right? So
with the Horizon games, which are very, very well made.
Yeah. So
Games.
I mean, hey, they know how to do an open world anyway.
Yeah, certainly.
So yeah, no, I'm kind of I'm not like it's not at the top of my list or anything, but I definitely want to check it out. And I like what I saw in the trailer. So
me too. Yeah. Looking forward to it. All right, let's talk about some Ubisoft stuff for a second here. Ubisoft has canceled 6 games, including the Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake that apparently was basically finished.
Somebody's getting some tax breaks.
They canceled that and then delayed 7 other games to ensure enhanced quality benchmarks are fully met. What does that mean exactly?
Add microtransactions.
God, let's hope not. But one of those is the unannounced Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake that I believe
Ooh.
was originally scheduled to come out in March this year,
So
but
CJ's gonna be all over that.
has been delayed. Yes, I am into that very much. Yes, Black Flag. That was maybe one of the first games that like activated me or radicalized me in terms of being a pirate game
Oh, I
aficionado.
remember you playing this game and being so excited about the sailing. Like, I
Yes.
remember you talking about that for weeks when that game
Yes.
came out.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've actually in conversation I've brought that up when I mean usually like with your best friend Mike. I know I've brought it up before where it's like CJ's obsession with pirate games totally came from Black Flag.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah.
And it's such a good game too.
Yeah, it's very well loved.
But I guess
But
we're not
yeah,
getting the remake until whenever they decide to release it.
really sad to hear about the death of that Sands of Time remake because Sands of Time is such a good game.
Yeah.
And it's been quite a while. I mean that game's like 20 years old now, right?
Yeah.
So I mean it was definitely ripe for a remake, and I was excited about it because
Yeah.
Sands of Time is one of my favorite games, and I have not played it in a long time. And when you do go back, and like I have gone back to play it for like footage for a video or something like that, and it's showing its age visually. I mean, it's it's an Xbox game, so the original
Yeah.
Xbox. So I think it was the original Xbox. Yeah. Anyway, uh, I was excited about that, but man, I'll tell you, it's been interesting when I hear the Ubisoft name here because, of course, they shut down their Halifax studio right at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
and there's been a lot of noise. There was a rally by the ex-employees here in Halifax recently because they had just unionized before the studio shut down. Although I have seen some writing from the former head of the studio who was kind of saying like we gotta you gotta look at the big picture here. I don't think we were necessarily shut down because of unionizing. They are shutting studios down left and right now.
Yeah.
So they're definitely paring down the size. Not that I think that makes it right, but yeah, anytime I hear Ubisoft right now, it's in an extremely negative light. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Video games are having a tough time
Mm,
right now. What the industry is going to look like 5 years from now, I don't know.
mm.
It's crazy, for sure. But there is a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel here because a game that was released at one point by Ubisoft has now become. There's a sequel coming from the original developers, Tribute Games. I am talking about Scott Pilgrim EX. Comes
Cool.
out in March 3rd to be exact.
I never really got into the Scott Pilgrim game.
No?
No.
That's a fun side-scrolling brawler. It was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. So this looks like more of the same.
Looks cute. Yeah.
It looks great. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear
Bill
what Phil
will be
thinks about it.
very excited about
Yeah.
this.
Exactly.
So look forward to it. I think that is it for the news.
All the news that fit to print.
We can go into what we've been playing. I guess I'll start.
Okay.
Okay.
You got a big list there.
I do, because I ended up playing a whole bunch of things over the last 2 weeks. And I started off with going back to Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I booted it up again.
Okay.
This, of course, is the Yakuza game where you play as Ichiban Kasuga and you're in Hawaii. It turns out I stopped playing at a point in the game where Kiryu and Namba go back to Japan.
Okay.
And you start playing as them in Ijincho, which was the area of Yokohama where Like a Dragon Yakuza 7 was set. But you're with Kiryu and Namba and Seonhee and Saiko Chan end up joining you. And for like a couple of hours, I was like, I'm not playing Infinite Wealth anymore. I feel like I'm not in Hawaii anymore. Like I'm back playing Yakuza 7 now. Like, which was fine, except the difficulty spiked right then. So you're playing with two characters that you hadn't really been using in Hawaii, and then like as soon as I got out on the streets, the enemies were like 2 or 3 levels higher than me, and I was getting my ass totally beat by those mobs, and so I had to spend some time like grinding levels at first, and now I'm to the point where hey, that's no problem. But I spent like 3 to 5 hours in the Ijincho, not
Grinding?
in Hawaii.
Oh, no,
Not
just
just grinding, but doing story bits because it's chapter 8 in this game takes place in Yokohama, and so yeah, I'm doing all of these things in Yokohama, these story beats. Like you revisit a lot of places. You reminisce with Kiryu because Kiryu, I don't know if you know this, Greg, has cancer.
I
And is
did not know
dying.
that. That's pretty sad.
Yeah. And so you are like going around different spots in Yokohama that remind him of other games in the Yakuza franchise. And
Oh,
they
cool.
bring up like a little thing like, oh, this is like that bridge that I was on in that scene from Yakuza 2.
With the
So
sailors, the day it snowed?
the day it snowed. Pretty much exactly kind of like that. And they do a lot of like recalling to other titles. Yeah, not only with the reminiscing, but some characters from like previous Yakuza games show up. And so all that's super cool, but it was like 5 hours of that. And I was like, when am I going to go back to playing with
The game
Ichiban
you're playing.
Kasuga
No.
in Hawaii? I want to get back to that. But this game is super fun anyway. Like I just enjoy the combat. I enjoy I ended up I was with these other characters for so long that I ended up changing their jobs. So right now, Kiryu, who is the Dragon of Dojima, is a chef that has 2 ladles as weapons now and has like a whole chef outfit.
Okay.
So that's the job that he has. And then Seonhee has her dominatrix outfit
Like you do?
on, changed her into that role. So yeah, and then Sachan is an idol singer, so she's got like a magical girl like wand that she does her stuff with. It's great. It's so good. But yeah, I had no idea. Mudron in the chat saying, "Oh yeah, it's weird how the back half of an Ichiban games becomes all about Kiryu." It's like, yeah, I was not expecting that. Honestly, I had not heard that happened. But it does, and it's still fun though. So I'm still having a ton of fun with it. Uh, on the Yakuza tip, I also played the Yakuza Kiwami 3 plus Dark Ties demo, which is out now.
Okay.
And this is a demo that it does not save your progress over to the full version of the game. They kind of set you free in either Okinawa for the Yakuza 3 part, and then Dark Ties is in Kamurocho. So you get to like pick which one you want to play, and it's maybe about like a 20-minute thing in each of these demos. But I mean, I think it looks great. I never played Yakuza 3 back in the day. I don't necessarily feel like I need to play Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 before playing this, although that probably would
I
make
think they
more
are more
sense, but
directly related to each other, though, aren't they? Like
they are directly related to each other.
Yeah.
There is a continuity, but
You don't care.
I'm wondering if I should just go to Kiwami 3. Plus, they have a pre-order bonus where you can get Ichiban Kasuga as a motorcycle gang member for the motorcycle gang mini game in this game. and I want that.
So there it is.
Yeah. So I may end up playing Dark Ties. Yeah, Yakuza is great. I love it. No real surprise there. No shocker. I also played a whole bunch of Power Wash Simulator on my Steam Deck.
I was gonna say, so what led to this? I saw that on your list, and I was like, that's a random thing to appear on CJ's list.
Very random. I was just in the mood for I just need a game to just zone out to and relax with, and something that's not difficult that I can just focus on and maybe listen to an audiobook or a podcast while playing, something like that. And Power Wash Simulator fit that bill.
That's Picross for me. I've been thinking about buying another Picross game. Because
Which one?
Well, I mean, the SNK and Capcom are both just sitting there, so
that's true.
Probably Capcom. Will be the next one I get.
Good. It's pretty good.
Was checking to see if there was a sale or anything, but I mean, those games aren't that expensive to begin with. So
that's true.
I just feel like I'm in the mood for one.
$15 to $20.
Yeah, I'm in the mood for one right now, and but that's how I absolutely those are the games that I relax to.
Yeah,
and there's so many of them.
So many Picross games. And I would also recommend Squeakross for that. I played some more of that.
Oh yeah, you guys were talking about that before.
This week, yeah, I'm about 70 puzzles into that. That has 650 some puzzles. So it'll take me a while if I actually want to. I have never completed a Picross game.
Oh really?
I just never have, because I get to a certain point where it's just taking me too long for each puzzle, and
that's my favorite part. I don't complete them because I don't do the Mega Picross, and I don't really like Color Picross either, but I still consider them completed because I do all the classic Picross puzzles in every one of them that I buy. And it the later ones, especially the last few that you get in those series, because they're just really big boards. I absolutely look forward to those. I complete those in multiple sessions, and I just it's exactly what I need. So, and I got that itch.
Take over an hour to do. I'm just kind of
no, I'm all for it. In fact, I find the beginnings of those games way too I don't think you can just skip ahead. Maybe you can.
No, you can't.
See, and I wish they would give the option.
You can. Wait, you can. Yeah.
Okay. I got to see if that is actually the case, because honestly, anything 10 by 10 or lower, I find is just
it's super easy.
Yeah, there's no challenge to it. I'm just tearing through it. I mean, I guess I'm kind of interested in seeing how fast I can complete it.
Yeah.
But, it needs to be up to 15 by 15 or whatever, 15 by 20. That's when those games get interesting at this point.
Yeah.
But see, the completionist in me would probably still go back and do all those early puzzles anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. The one that I've gotten closest to finishing on is the Sega Master System and Genesis collection. Yeah. Also played a bunch of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I did the stock market, the turnip market in that, and got something like 2.5 million bells from that, which I don't even know what I'm going to spend it on. I guess storage for my for my house. I don't even have enough things in my storage right now, but I'm still playing it. I'll load it up every couple of days and do my daily fossil digging, and then go to the hotel and do some of the building for that. And yeah, that is also a very relaxing game to create, because in the hotel, that's part of the new content. You design rooms for the hotel, and that can be very relaxing. Just
my girls are into that.
Go through the entire catalog. For the hotel, you have the entire catalog of Animal Crossing, everything in the game to design rooms for. So, and that's very cool, very relaxing to do. And then our good friend Mike had a birthday recently, because we're all getting older, and I gifted him a copy of Towerborne, which is a game from the studio that did the Banner Saga.
Okay.
series, and it is a side-scrolling brawler, ostensibly with the fantasy theme. And it originally came out as like an early access title in 2024, and they were initially positioning it as it's going to be a live service, free to play title, but they have since like walked that back and are now designing it as like a free to play, and not a free to play, a pay to play premium game.
Okay.
And the 1.0 edition comes out later this month, but of course you can buy it on Steam, or I believe it's available on Xbox, and you can play it right now. So I thought, oh, our good friend Mike enjoys the side-scrolling brawlers. I enjoy a good side-scrolling brawler. I had actually I bought this back in 2024 when it went into early access because I just love how it looks. It's
It does
all
look
like
nice.
hand-drawn graphics, really nice looking, like cell shading on everything. It just looks great. So, and this trailer that we have up on the screen right now is from like a year and a half ago. It still looks great. It's coming out, I think, on other platforms as well at the end of February. So I thought, hey, I'll gift Mike a copy of Towerborne and we'll play it. So we've been doing that for the past 2 days. We like played some Towerborne together, and it's really
Nice.
a ton of fun. Yeah, has like some repeatable things that you can do and missions. You can go out and do these side-scrolling levels and like pick your class of character, and it's really, really a lot of fun. And it has great music, and sound effects are awesome, and character design I think is great, as long as you don't like zoom in too closely, because as with cell shaded games, they can kind of look a little janky if you're too close.
Right.
But otherwise, I think this game is just great, and I'm hoping at the end of February that Xbox, because this is an Xbox Game Studios game, or an Xbox Game Studios release. I hope they actually promote it, because I think it deserves some promotion, because it is a beautiful game, and I think like side-scrolling brawlers are kind of having a bit of a renaissance at
Oh,
the
absolutely,
moment.
they are.
And it's a bit of a disservice that they're not really saying anything about it. But yes, and Mike in the chat says, I love getting gifts from CJ. It's always games he wants to play multiplayer with someone. True. It's true.
There's
I thought our good friend Mike would appreciate this one, and it appears that he does. So
there's some beat 'em up that I keep getting told I really should be playing.
Is it Absalom?
Absalom, that's it.
Yes.
I need to go to a
I've heard good things about that, and I believe they're adding crossplay to that one.
Are they?
I don't think there is crossplay in it right now, but
okay.
yeah, I've heard decent things about that one. I heard it's really hard.
I've had a
though,
bunch
so
of people tell me that they think I would really like it.
I think
So
you
maybe,
would. I think
if
you
it
probably
was,
would.
if it's not too expensive, because I'm having well, I'll talk about this when I'm getting into what I've been playing, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all I've been playing.
Oh, okay, it's my turn.
So, Greg.
Yeah. So what I was about to get at is that I've been, ever since I finished Ghost of Yotei, which was my game of the year last year, and I absolutely adore that game. I'm having trouble getting into any other game right now. Like I've been your best friend Mike lent me Ace Combat 7 because we had seen 8 on Direct, and I thought it looked really cool, and he's like, yeah, you should check out 7. And it's okay, I didn't really dig it. And then another mutual friend lent me Silent Hill F.
Yes.
I don't like it at all.
You don't like it? What?
No, not at all.
What don't you like about it?
The puzzles. I'm early into it. I love the atmosphere. I love the setting. Not crazy about the fact that the weapons are breakable. But whatever. But I got into the other world. It's early on in the game, and there's a puzzle where you have to flip over those little wooden.
Yes.
And I can't figure out what it wants me to do.
It's actually much easier than you're probably thinking.
Well, I wouldn't know what I'm thinking because I don't know what it wants me to do. Like
Right.
there are 3 symbols on a
Yeah.
dial.
Yes.
Well, no, there are 2 symbols on a dial. Sorry, because there's a dial missing on a lock.
Mhm.
And then when you go back to where there's got to be over 100 of those things hanging there.
Yes.
You go back to this little shrine, and there's a doll there with a note, which is the hint
Mhm.
of the symbols you're looking for.
Yes.
So I realized that what I need to do is find the right. I don't know what these things are actually called. I'm just calling them planks, but that's not what they're really called.
Right.
I know that the dial has to be attached to the back of one of them.
Yes, it is.
But the thing is that there are a ton of the proper symbols,
Mhm.
and nothing happens when you flip them.
Right.
So I feel like I'm just searching for a needle in a. I feel like the puzzle is you're searching for a needle in a haystack.
You're not, though.
See, and that's
I
the
think
problem.
it's a very deceptive puzzle. I would look at a walkthrough or like look at a
I
video, but
looked
it's
at a
not as
walkthrough and I still couldn't figure it out.
it's not as difficult as you're because originally I was like, shit, am I gonna have to sit here and flip through all of these?
And honestly, it's turned me completely off of the game.
That's too
Like
bad.
I was
That's too
because
bad.
I spent so much time wandering around that little network of these hanging things,
And this is really early in the game
it's
too. Like
very early in the
I'm
game.
very sad that this is where you're
Yeah. So
dropping
I
off.
haven't picked it up since. Like I spent 2 nights fiddling around in there, and of course there's an enemy that's wandering around in there the whole time too. Although he's not
Yes.
hard to avoid.
No, not
Um,
hard to avoid.
you know, and I just like, you know what? I just do not give a shit at this point. Like it's I'm so cranky about this puzzle. And then like so of course I did the thing where I went online and started reading reviews, and in a bunch of reviews I was saying like the weakest part of the game is not the puzzles themselves, but the fact that the game is not necessarily very clear on what it
Yeah,
wants you to do with these puzzles.
that's I would say that is true.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, well, I'm irritated enough at the, like this is literally one of the first puzzles in the game.
Yes, it
And
is.
I'm irritated enough at this, and now knowing that it's probably going to be sort of the modus operandi for the game, I'm not interested in that. I
Okay.
don't want to have to go to a walkthrough every time I have a new puzzle I have to deal with.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and some of the puzzles are it's not randomized, but it's like conditional where it won't be this it's not the same solution for
Right.
everybody.
See, and again, I just yeah. So anyway, all that to say is I put it down.
Okay.
And
By
I
the
don't
way,
see myself picking it back up.
our friend Mike in the chat says, "Be aware,
Yeah, I know.
Absalom is a
And
roguelike,
Mike knows me well enough to know that would probably turn me off. But
so you'll die and lose all your progress."
yeah.
So, yeah.
So then yeah, so it kind of bounced off that. And then you know what, actually I turned on, so I was kind of just searching for stuff to play. And I was going through my my PlayStation game library,
Mhm.
and the Oddworld Abe's Odyssey remake.
Oh,
I had kind of sitting there. It's like, you know, I've never really played this. And I loved Abe's Odyssey. I really liked all the Oddworld games.
yeah.
It always bothered me that they never really got around to finishing their quintology. And that they've gone to the point now where they're just remaking the original games as opposed to.
Didn't they actually do the quintology?
No, they didn't, because
Oh,
they did Abe's Odyssey, which was the
yeah.
first game.
Yeah.
Okay, a little
You
bit of
and
background
Tasty.
here. So when Oddworld Inhabitants was formed by 2 sort of ex-Hollywood folks, Sherry McKenna and Lorne Lanning.
Mhm.
Yeah. And their whole plan was they were going to create this universe, Oddworld. And they had 5 stories they wanted to tell that were linked, kind of wanted to tell, and the plan was that they were going to release 5 games. So they released Abe's Odyssey, which is basically Flashback or Prince of Persia, whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
Then they released Abe's Exodus, which we were told very clearly is not part of the quintology. It was a direct sequel to Odyssey, but it wasn't part of the quintology. And then they did Munch's Odyssey, on the Xbox. It was a launch game for the Xbox, which was really good. That was the
Right.
second game in the quintology. And then they did Stranger's Wrath, which was also really good. And that was the third game.
Right.
And that's it.
Well, they
only
did
ever released those
Soulstorm.
three.
Soulstorm.
Wasn't Soulstorm a remake of
No.
Abe's Exodus?
Was it?
I think it was.
I don't know. I
think it was.
Could
Because
be.
New and Tasty is a remake of Abe's Odyssey. I'm pretty sure Soulstorm is a remake of Abe's Exodus.
That could be.
So they've remade the first two games, is what they've done.
Okay.
So anyway, all that to say is I was playing it and I'm enjoying it. It's really well done. Like they've modernized it pretty nicely. They've streamlined it a little bit. They had to. They've recorded all of the voices, which is, I think 99% of it is Lauren Lanning. He did all the voices in the game anyway. But I really enjoyed what I was playing. So I did play a bunch of that. I got to the point where that game's kind of split into multiple parts where you start in Rupture Farms and work your way out. And then you get into the wilderness and you're dealing with the Scrabs and the Paramites and sort of saving them. And I've kind of gotten into the Scrabs area when I stopped playing. But I might go back and continue that. Then I also had Cyberpunk in my library based on PlayStation Plus. Excuse me. So I remember being excited for that game and remember playing it when it came out, but it was so buggy,
right,
that I didn't play much of it. So it's like, well, the game's been fixed pretty much, and I also had it on my mind because our best friend Mike just got a new graphic card, and he was sort of showing us. He was using Cyberpunk to sort of show what it could do. We were over at his place there a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to play some Cyberpunk, and I really want to like it, but man, I really hate the combat. Really,
what about the combat?
Really, I don't know. It feels. I mean, it just feels like something I'm not going to be good at.
Right.
This is first person. But I just, I couldn't, I got to the point where I was actually doing a fair amount of combat, and it's like, boy, I just am really not liking this. So now I have read that if you want to stick with it, you can sort of create loadouts where you don't really have to do a lot of sort of first person shootery combat in the game. So I might go back to it, but that's normally code for me saying I'm not going to go back to it. So I was messing around with that. And then I also had Control in my library, which I'd never played. Which, I mean, I'm a big Alan Wake fan, big Remedy fan. I've played Alan Wake and the Alan Wake 2, and what was the other game that they'd done in the last little while? And by little while, I mean the last 20 years. Control, and there was another game that they did that I enjoyed. So anyway, I turned on Control, and I've been playing it for a few hours, and my God, I am so confused. That game, you played Control, right?
I played a little bit of it. I want to go back to it.
Doesn't give you any context. I mean, I kind of dig it. It gives you zero context. Like you literally start that game and you're just in this office building.
Yeah.
It's on lockdown, and it doesn't tell you anything at all.
Right.
And
I think that's part of its charm.
I mean, it's clearly deliberate. Like it's not I'm not saying it's poor design. It's deliberate.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. And talk about I think about you when I play it, because I know how much you hate like lore. Not hate it, but you don't ever read it.
Correct.
And dude, every 30 seconds there's a new thing to read in this game. To go into
it more than one screen, or is it one screen? Because
it's one screen, but it takes you two screens to get there. It's one screen, but it takes you two screens to get there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like you have to go into your options screen and then sift over to the area where the materials that you have to read or watch are kept, and then those are kept in like 5 different categories. So it's all, I mean, you can filter it. So it's a little bit, fewer button presses to get to, but I mean, I'm going to keep playing it because honestly, I just want to know what the hell's going on at this point. But it's
I don't know that you're going to find what you're looking for.
I don't know, but it's interesting. It's an interesting way to tackle it, for sure.
Yeah.
And it definitely feels like a Remedy game. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna keep going on with that. And see, the whole thing is that I think what I really want to do is just play Ghosts of Tsushima.
Oh, you
But
should do
I
that.
didn't want to jump into it right after Yote.
Why?
Just
It's
because I
so
felt like it would be
good.
overkill, right? And I was afraid that I wasn't gonna like it because I literally just spent like 60 or 80 hours in Yote. So, but I think maybe that's what I really just want to be doing.
That's what you should do.
But I
That is
just,
what you should do.
I just haven't had a game grab me since I finished Yote, and I've been sort of
Mhm.
trying a bunch of different ones. Although I did, like I said, I made it pretty far in New and Tasty, so I might go back just to, because I don't think that's a very long. It wasn't a very long game back in the day,
Right.
so I might go back and play through the rest of that. I do remember trying Soulstorm and not liking it, but New and Tasty, I'm enjoying. I don't know what I didn't like about Soulstorm. I think I was probably just more irritated that it was just another remake as opposed to something new. I think that's what it was. I don't think when I first played it that I actually knew it was a remake of Exodus. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been playing. I just kind of been jumping all over the place.
I see.
Trying to find something I want. When I really just need to open my copy of Tsushima and install it and play it. Is probably
Yeah, you
what I want
do.
to do.
Although at this point, you could probably from PS Plus, you could probably get Director's Cut and
oh yeah,
PS5 upgrades and play that
I should look that up.
I think that is on PS Plus game catalog. So don't
I don't
bother
know.
opening your copy of it. Just
Maybe it'll be worth something someday. Maybe that's my retirement.
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too. I'm facetious, but
yes. Are you interested at all in Dragon Quest 7 remake or Dragon Quest 7?
no. You know what? Actually, Dragon Quest 3 was another thing that I went back and it's like maybe now's the time to play this. And I'm almost to the same place I was when I originally put it down, and I haven't touched it.
Well, that was your mistake. You restarted instead of playing.
I haven't touched it in weeks. I did play the demo of Dragon Quest 7. I think I'm just not a Dragon Quest guy. I want to like it. Yeah. I mean, I loved the NES games. I played 1, 2, and 3, and on Game Boy I played the 1, 2, and 3 remakes. And I love them. I played a lot of 8 on the PS2. I didn't touch any of the DS games, the remakes or the new games. And I've not really played 11 is the latest one, I think.
11, yeah, 11S.
Which I know people love. And I did play a little bit of it, but I didn't go very far with it. And then again, this 3 HD 2D remake, I guess I'm just not I think I'm not a Dragon Quest guy. They look like games I would like, that I should like, and I just they don't grab me. So
yeah, I really like 11. I in fact booted up 11 on the Switch because that was the version that I played the furthest into. But I was at a point where I don't remember what I have to do. And while normally like it will tell you like it'll give you a quest marker, you need to talk to this person or whatever. I would talk to that character and it wouldn't advance anything. It wasn't giving me any information. And then I would do the whole party chat thing where you can talk to your party. And like, oh, go talk to the queen. She'll tell us what we need to do. And I'd do that and be like, I don't know from between these two things, the quest marker and the party, they're telling me nothing about what I need to be doing now. So I would probably need to look it up or do some searching or something.
Yeah.
Then I could get past it. But I think I need to go somewhere next, but I wasn't clear on it. So I just like quit the game. It was like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why when I went back to Dragon Quest 3 remake, that's the reason I restarted, because it had been so long. I really couldn't remember. But I know I'm in the area where I stopped playing previously now. And yeah, but I couldn't remember anything. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna try again and start from more. And I was enjoying it for the first couple hours, and then it's just like, this is not doing anything for me now. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be such a disappointment.
No, it's fine. Like, I've never completed a Dragon Quest game.
Yeah, see, and I don't want
Never.
to play them if I'm not going to complete them. Like, that's the thing.
Oh, even 9. So 9 was the one I loved the most. That was on the DS.
Mm.
And I don't know if you remember, it had the thing where it was Street Pass before Street Pass was a thing.
Yes, I remember you talking about it. You were because you were like the Dragon. You played those Dragon Quest games in general, but I remember you talking about 9.
I played 9
I thought you played the other
for
ones as
sure.
well.
I
Okay.
played 8. I played 8 and 9, and then played like some other ones, but never finished any of them. And then 9 was the one that I really got into.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, I would like to go back to that one. I don't know how I'll do it though, because I don't have the game anymore. But
That will make it more difficult.
that would make it more difficult. But that was the one that really like got me into everything Dragon Quest.
Right.
Even though I enjoyed 8, it didn't really get like that far into it. 9 I got hugely into, and then 10, of course, is the MMO that we never got in the West.
Right.
So I didn't play any of that. And then 11 I played on Switch, and I really enjoyed it a whole lot, but again, never finished it. And I don't even know how actually far into it I got, because those games are so long
Yeah,
that it's
I
hard
think
to
that
tell.
that's the other thing too. Is there's just I think they're just a little too daunting.
But here's the thing: you played like Tears of the Kingdom for 200 hours or
I
something.
know,
You're like,
but see,
oh, this game's too daunting.
I
But
enjoyed the moment to moment in that. Like I
yeah,
enjoyed. It's the same thing that I really enjoyed about Yote, which was that I liked the world enough. Like I never fast traveled in Yote ever.
right.
If I had to go somewhere, I shouldn't say that. I did fast travel at the very end when I was doing a little bit of cleanup.
Hmm.
But like, I wanted to search every part of that world because I enjoyed it so much. And they put enough interesting stuff out there
Yes, they did.
that you could
Yeah.
discover something cool that you might not be expecting. Like there was one I remember one of the latest things I discovered. I somehow missed a little corner of the map. And I happened to go there, and there's like this whole camp there of the I forget what the native population's name was, but like there's this whole camp there that I just completely missed, and there's nothing hinting that it's there. It's just if you happen to look, that's where it is. And like with Tears of the Kingdom, that was the same thing. I mean, I wanted to touch every part of that map,
Mhm.
but with the Dragon Quest games that I've tried, I think it's just I just want to get to the next place, and the game's moving so slowly, and the encounter
Yeah.
rate is too high. Um,
Mhm.
and I was actually watching the My Life in Gaming guys. They do a video every year at the end of every year about the games that they played, and Try played through the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake in 2025, and
Mhm.
I forget exactly how he put it, but he was kind of saying like, if you're playing Dragon Quest 3 the way I just described, um, you're not playing it the way they want you to play it.
Mhm. Right.
Is all I can like he said, like the side quests and all the little things you can discover are so much more gratifying than just following the main story. So I mean, maybe I'm playing it
Yeah.
wrong. I don't know, but yeah, I can't get into it. I just can't
Mm.
get into it. So, and the whole reason I even went back to it is because like 1 and 2 remake is coming out, and I love 1 and 2. And
Well,
I'm
it's already
thinking,
out.
well,
Yeah.
that's it. And I'm thinking like, well, I don't want to spend $100 on that when I have 3 here and I never really got into it. So I'm going to go back and play more of 3 and see if it's just that I wasn't in the right mood for it. But nope, I'm pretty much exactly where I stopped playing last time.
I
So
see.
I don't think I'm going to get 1 and 2.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get 1 and 2 either, even though I was very tempted. I went back to 3 as well,
Yeah.
thinking, "I have 3. Why would I
Yeah.
go to 1 and 2?"
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's pretty negative.
Well,
But yeah, anyway.
Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined comes out this week. I have it pre-ordered. I'm ready to go. 48-hour early access.
Look at that.
Um, I'm doing it. Yeah. I really enjoyed the demo, and the progress does carry over. So, looking forward to it. Yeah. Or apparently, there's a rumor that there's going to be a Nintendo partner direct this week. We'll see if that ends up
Okay.
happening. So, who knows what else will shadow drop
Who
this
knows?
week? And there'll be more and more video games because that's just how things go. All right. I guess we're done with what you've been playing. It's time to go to Blue Skies, but I don't have the theme music queued up, so we're just going to go into
Blue
it.
skies. I see. There you go.
There we go. Excellent. All right, let's do this one from Simon Greedwell, who asks, when it first came out, Greg said he would probably play Heavy Rain on a yearly basis.
Did I really?
Has he? Did you actually say this?
Why would I say that?
Well, here's another question. Do you play, is there any game that you play on a yearly basis?
There are a few like Mega Man 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I could pick up. I used to play Snatcher pretty much every year, although I did not play it in 2025. Like, I don't know, Shadow Dancer, Streets of Rage 2. There's a bunch of the older games, but those games are easy to play on a yearly basis because they're like 20 minutes long.
That's true.
Right. And so, I mean, those old games are, I mean, Snatcher's longer than that. I think it's like 8 hours, but yeah, like, so there are a handful of games that I can pick up and play. Like Ninja Gaiden is another one. But not anything more modern. And if it's like a 10-hour commitment, I'm not playing through it yearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe I said that.
Heavy Rain, you definitely have not played every.
No, I haven't played it since I finished it. Why would I have said it? I'm trying to remember. Like, I don't have strong memories of Heavy Rain, but I'm trying to remember. Was there an element there that like would make you want to come back and play it yearly? I don't know. That's weird. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, I go back to games like Super Mario Brothers, or especially Super Mario Brothers 2. Like, play a little bit of that, or if on NSO, I have usually a couple save slots saved, and so for Super Mario Brothers 2, I have the end fight with Wart. I have a save right there. I can just load it and play it anytime I want, and then watch that amazing ending.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot. I think I need to play through Super Mario Brothers 3. I haven't done that on Switch.
I have not played through Super Mario Brothers 3 in so long.
Yeah, I played through it on Wii U.
Okay.
I think or maybe on Wii, and it was harder than I remembered it because I did it without taking warps.
Yeah, that's the way I like to play that game.
Some of the levels a little later in the game are very difficult.
Tough. Yep. For sure.
So, all right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias, Mr. Nelson, who says, did CJ and I play the same Popeye arcade machine at the Purple Cow when we were kids?
Probably.
I'm going to say we absolutely did. Isn't it weird when you meet somebody who grew up where you grew up and you were probably at the same place at the same time when you were like 5 years old?
It's funny because the area that I live in, and especially with my kids playing youth sports, we always joke about like when I go to the rink with my son, it's like a high school reunion.
Yeah.
But not only that, like my daughter, I was talking about that she had the tournament in PEI this weekend, and so she's only in her like third year of volleyball, and so I don't know the parents quite as well as the parents that I've been with like for 10 years or so now. But sitting there even last night and chatting with a bunch of them, like the parents do on these away trips, I mean, half of them went to the same high school as me. Like they all grew up in the same neighborhoods I did. Now our age range is a little bit greater. Like people talking about how they were in junior high in 1998. Well, I wasn't hanging out with those people because I'd already flunked out of college twice by 1998. But still, we definitely ran into each other at some point when we were kids. So yeah, it is a little bit surreal. But I mean, it's less so for me because I still live where I grew up. So I mean,
Yeah.
I tried to leave multiple times, but here I am.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Nelson, we're talking about this ice cream parlor in Beverly, Illinois, which is a neighborhood of Chicago,
Right
and
next to the Stan Mikita's Donuts.
basically, no, just a great place that my family would go to for birthdays and for like somebody got an A on their report card or like anything like that. Like we would go there, right? And yeah, that Popeye arcade machine and that um Star Wars arcade machine, and they had a couple others there. It was like, yeah, I played all of those games. And I'm sure that we were there at the same time. We don't even know it.
I
More
think
than like,
I've had similar discussions about that sort of thing with people who took the I keep talking about Prince Edward Island, but
hmm,
when we go to Prince Edward Island multiple times in the summer when I was a kid, it was only by ferry. The
ferry.
bridge that's there now wasn't there when I was a kid. And there was if you got on the big boat, the big ferry, it had an arcade. And
Mhm.
it had a couple machines that were there forever. There was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hard Driving, Ivan Iron Man Stewart Super Off Road, Road Blasters. Like those machines were there every time. So I've had conversations where people have all played those same. We definitely played the same machines because of that boat in
Yeah.
this area too. It is
Well,
crazy that we never knew or anything like that.
I'm like the same age or very close to as Mr. Nelson.
Yeah,
And when you're a kid and you live in Chicago and there's a mall very close to your house, we were probably at the same mall, probably the
yeah,
same Showbiz Pizza, like all of that stuff. Like it's
yeah.
crazy to think about. But anyway, all right, let's do another one. This one from Night Attack, who says, before episode 2000 comes on the air, do you think you guys could finally get Joe Rubicki on? I need some OPM stories in
We
my
need
life
to get a
again.
hold of Joe.
Yeah, we do. That'd be
Every time
fun.
I interact with him on Blue Sky, I keep telling myself I got to ask him if he wants to come on, and
Yeah,
I never think to do it.
that'd be really fun. I
Yes,
mean,
I'd love
for
to get Joe on.
a lot of the history of this podcast, it was difficult to get people on, or not difficult, but they need to record their own audio and like
Yeah,
have a pretty good microphone. And now it's such that, with StreamYard that we have, you
all
can
you got to
just
do is
give them a
show up.
link
Yeah,
and they don't have to do anything else, which is fantastic. So we should get more guests on. I
sounds like a
say
lot of work.
now before
Yeah,
we do 100 more episodes with 0 guests. All
but
right, let's
yes,
do this one.
we would like to get Joe on, and I will try to remember to ask him because I mean, I don't think I've even had a conversation with Joe, at least not in person, for
I've had
like almost
drive-by
20
like
years.
Blue Sky
Yeah, interacted with him that way,
interactions.
but not like
Yeah.
not seeing his face. You know what I mean? Like
No,
talking to him.
no. 20 plus years at this point.
Joe is one of the reasons I ended up on EGM.
There you go.
Because in the big shuffle when people went to oneup.com, Joe was scheduled to go to EGM and he didn't want to. He wanted to stay at OPM to work with John
Right.
Davison. Plus, I think
Right.
he'd been there since the beginning, so he wanted to keep working on that magazine. So he was the one who recommended that I shift to EGM instead.
There you go.
Yep.
And who knows? This podcast may never have occurred if you were not on EGM.
There you go.
All right, let's wrap it up with this one from hacker alias Docky.
The secret there is CJ was too good to interact with those of us on other magazines. We wouldn't have become. What he's saying is we wouldn't have become friends if I was stuck on Expert Gamer for the rest of the
Not
night.
true. We were friends even while you were on Expert Gamer. Come on. I was friends with Phil, and he was not on.
Yeah, but you knew Phil
EGM
from before.
I mean, I guess we became friends when he was on EGM.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right, let's do this one from hacker alias Docky, who says, which game evokes a vivid memory of what you were eating or drinking when you played it? On Christmas 1992, I got an Amiga, Lemmings 2, and a huge catering tub of sherbet wafer flying saucers. I ate hundreds on Boxing Day. No regrets.
No regrets. Eating and drinking. Wow. I don't know about that.
This is tough because I don't necessarily like eat snacks or anything while playing. It's
Yeah,
kind
not
of.
a Cheetos dust on the fingers kind of guy.
I'm not either. Really, I mean, you could pretty much say I'm probably eating Oreo cookies with anything, any gaming memory. It's a good bet, a
CJ's
decent
tub
bet.
of Oreos.
Yeah, decent bet there.
I mean, eating and drinking, no, but
Hydro Thunder and Code Red.
yeah, yeah, that's fair. Just because the pop machine was right behind the Hydro Thunder machine at Ziff Davis, but
That's right.
the 25-cent Code Reds.
Oh,
I mean, I
wasn't
remember.
wasn't that an amazing time? Let's just look back on
Yeah,
that.
one of the
Like
reasons I'm as fat as I am.
25-cent sodas. Like, yeah,
Boy, they kept us in that office at all hours for real cheap, didn't they?
they did. But you know what?
25-cent sodas.
You know what?
Sure, I'll work till midnight.
We loved doing it.
We did. Yeah.
We loved it.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like, I see a lot of people like decrying crunch, which I totally agree with. I don't think I had a great work-life balance during those days, but damn it, I loved what we were doing.
I volunteered. I mean, even when there wasn't work to do, I stayed late at that place and sort of found projects that I wanted to work on. I loved those years were great. I loved that place. No, but I was gonna say, like, I can think of things like I remember sitting and playing like Follow the Foot Clan on Christmas morning one year at my mom's place. Like, I can tell you, I was sitting in her living room on her couch playing Follow the Foot Clan, whatever year that game came out, because she gave it to me for Christmas, and I brought my Game Boy with me. And like, I remember again Double Dragon on the Game Boy, the year that I got that for Christmas, because I snuck into my aunt's closet and opened the game and played it before Christmas, and then put it back and received it on Christmas morning. So I have memories like that, but like eating and drinking, no, I have no strong memories of like connecting a food or a drink with a particular game.
Yeah, same here. I remember the situation where I was playing a game. Christmas morning, Punch Out on the TV in the family room with my brother, for instance. Like, I remember playing Tengen Tetris on my birthday, like some of those things. Yes.
I vividly remember playing a very intense match of NHL 94 CD with my buddy Colin in my room one day. I don't know why I remember that particular game, because we played a ton of games together, but that particular game was a 1-0 game, and we were sitting in my room playing it, and we were really super into it. Like, weird memories like that, but yeah. More
Not
place and
eating or
time
drinking.
than eating and drinking.
Yes. Sorry, our sensory memories are not not quite as good. All right, I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's a show. We did a full 90 minutes.
Man, we're good.
Yeah, but we had a lot to talk about because we went basically like 2 weeks without talking about the news.
True.
Everybody needs us to talk about.
Everybody wants to know our opinions on the news.
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of things that came up that I thought we'd
I'm right there with you, bro.
Yeah. Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Blue Sky, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You will find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about during this very episode, alongside a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by going to player1podcast.com. If you want to listen to, I'm not going to get all this spiel right. If you want to listen to us live, you can do so normally every week at 6:30, right? Specific
5:30
specific time. I'm never going to get that right. Specific time on Twitch, on YouTube,
Facebook.
Where else do we? Facebook.
Yeah.
Just look for us. Just look for Player One Podcast on any of those services. Also, you should visit our Discord server where our wonderful community meets and greets and talks about everything under the sun, not just games. Come hang out with us there, and you can talk with us directly. Or again, we have a great community that you can interact with. And of course, the main part of this that Phil includes me on is asking you for money. If you liked what you heard, and how could you, please consider going to patreon.com/P1 podcast or Player One Podcast. What is it? P1 Podcast.
P1 Podcast.
I should know this. Where you can support the show. Cheap. Thank you. You can, the money goes to important things, not the silly things that Phil usually brings up. Helps us, stay abreast of the newest releases, keeps the lights on, keeps the servers running, pays for the streaming services that we're using, that sort of thing. So please consider supporting us. And if you are, this is where you're supposed to say cheap. If you are a supporter of the $5 variety,
cheap,
you get access to our weekly after show where we play games, we crack wise, do all the things we can't do on the regular show. CJ.
Yeah.
Do we have a game tonight?
We do. We are not going to do some of our, we have a couple games that were submitted for the 1000th episode. We're going to wait until Phil is back to do that.
Yes.
So to do the part 2 of that. So tonight we're going to roll back 35 years and look at EGM reviews from 1991.
Okay.
February 1991.
So please stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
And if you have a few dollars left over, please consider supporting my work on YouTube and Twitch over at patreon.com/Greg Seward, where you can also get early access to my videos if you support me to the tune of $3 a month. I think that's everything. CJ.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here as well, Greg.
Phil, I hope you're enjoying your vacation. We look forward to having you back next week.
He's not listening to this.
You're right.
He doesn't listen to podcasts.
I'm still saying it. And of course, most importantly, thank you very much to our listeners. We enjoy doing this show for you every week, and we hope that you'll be back again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.